Okay, today we're going to go check out a house that apparently has been torn down or burned down. And what's significant about this house is I grew up right around this house, even though I was never at this house. It's several hundred feet away from the house I grew up in as a kid. So we're going to go check it out because apparently it is no longer standing. I noticed a for sale sign out here for the property. It's going to be right up here where this car is just about to pass. We're going to turn off onto the old highway. This is the old 238 right here. This is the way. Yeah, this is the old highway right here. The old 2-lane blacktop. So let's drive down here and check this out. This used to be all private property before. And now we'll just go down here and see what we got going on. Since there is a for sale sign, I should be able to check out the property. So if I kept going straight ahead where this barricade is, there's a washed out bridge there. And that's the reason there's no more property, or no more highway there. Alrighty, well, here we are. This is where the house stood. Well, let's get out and check this out. Okay, this is the road we just came down here. This is the original Highway 238 that led you up into the Applegate. A lot of people don't know that. And here is where the bridge would have been. The road would have continued on there and then connected up to the new Highway 238. So this is the bridge, or what is left of the bridge. They used to be here long before I was ever born. So anyway, interesting. I don't know if it washed out or what happened to it, but they decided to go ahead and build the new highway over there, which makes all kinds of sense. So let's go up here and check out where the house stood. So this is where the house once stood. That's probably the chimney over there. It does appear that it did burn down, in fact. This appears to be an old tire in the ground with a post. So I imagine it was cemented in there for whatever reason. Well, there's not much left here at all. I do remember very well the foundation of another house up on top there. And I could see a little bit of it from down there. So we're going to go up there and check that out. So I don't know what this cement structure was here. Built a long time ago. Oh, they're everywhere, aren't they? So the Brit Pavilion Music Festival is up here on this hill. So this is where the house stood. As I said, it was just an old shack. It wasn't even painted or anything. And up here is the foundation of whatever place was up here once upon a time. We used to come up here and kind of play around in this, but it was never anything more than just this. Just this foundation. I don't know what it was ever. It had to have been a structure at one time. It must have been, I guess. Or else they built this foundation and never built anything more, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. Interesting. That up there is the cemetery wall. The cemetery road is right on the other side of that. Okay, now we're getting into familiar territory for me. Looking back down there at my car and the old house site. Up here is where we used to play around a lot. Now we're overlooking where I used to live down over there. The house was straight right on the other side of that telephone pole where those big trees are at. That's basically where our house was out. It's just so overgrown now. This area down here was we called it the flats. It was just this big flat area And there was never a skateboard park here, but there is now. I used to ride motorcycles up here. We'd come up this trail and then we'd come up somewhere around in here. It's changed so much now. I can't even see where our old motorcycle trail used to be. Because we'd ride dirt bikes up here and then along the wall and then go up into the mountains and ride for the day. So here's the old house site, and then this would be the road here that had led to it, but that would have been before that flat area was there. Interesting. I guess I always knew that, so this must have been the original house that was here once upon a time, maybe way back in the early 1900s perhaps. When we first moved here in 1969 down there, my sister became friends with the little girl that lived up here. Her name was Tammy Bohannon. My sister reminded me of that not too long ago. And she would come up here and spend the night and so forth and so on. And they used to play house inside this old foundation area. I remember the Bohannons. I was about 9 or 10 years old back then. After they moved out, other people lived here. At one time, the Van Kamperts, Brian and Walt Van Kampert, lived here. I went to school with them, but I didn't really know them. And then at some point, the Crandalls lived here. And I didn't know them either, but I knew who they were. Alright, I gotta try to get down this hill now without breaking my neck. Well, that's about it for this old house site. Nothing very exciting to see here. Just another old house that has gone away. I imagine the property will sell and somebody will build here again. Well, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this little tour. Thanks for watching.